or in Windows, we have the basic. First thing I want to point out is this lower orb. It used to be labeled Start in XP. Now they've taken that word away, so you're supposed to just know that that's the Start button. Okay? And in the Start button, you'll always click left and then go find your program, wherever it might be. Okay? I have kind of stopped using this as much, and like I see there's one called Word here. I'll just type in the text, W-O-R-D, and then I'll see it there. So either way, why I do that is at the school, every computer I log into has different choices, and I sometimes can't figure out where they hit it. Okay? You'll see on our computers, there's sometimes one called Industrial Mechanics. That's interesting, because there used to be another one called Electromechanical. Sometimes I had to look under there, sometimes I had to look under IM, and sometimes I had to look nowhere. It was in this long list. Okay? When I open up something, now here, depending how your desktop is structured, you should be able to go to the bottom, see the E, and if you have anything open, you'll be able to see these. Okay. So now whenever I start something like this, up comes a window. Okay? Keys to have, these three tabs. Middle one makes it full size or returns it to what it was. This last one just hides it down here in the tray, and then you can tap. You can either go here and tap, or you go up here and tap on it. Okay. Here, we'll get these little icons. Some of you won't get these, you'll get a list. Now, I can use, if I hold down the Alt key, find that on your keyboard if you would. And if I hold that down and then tap and release tab, I get this thing, where I can go through the open programs. If you don't have anything open, Alt and tab won't do much. You know? If you like fancy, I can hold down the Windows key, and then I get a 3D version. Windows key and tab. If you don't have it, open up Internet Explorer, open up the file thing. Now, while I have this open, I can also just use my mouse with it and click right to the window that was live. So if you look up to the screen for a moment, I see my CVTC is back here. I can click and bring it up. Might want to write this one down. Windows key D, I don't know if I covered that before, will put you to your desktop. Windows D will put you to a desktop. So if you have anything there, just go ahead and push Windows D, Windows and the D key. Boom. Okay? So Windows D, it's that 4 little flag key in the little D. Try Windows E. Windows E brings up what we call File Explorer, Windows Explorer. So you want to find your files, that's where they are. Okay? We've got kind of a bug in our system, as I understand it. Like when I go to my CVTC, you see it brings up a small window. It didn't make it full size. Somebody coded that, and they haven't figured out where they coded it. So then every time you open a window like E360, then you have to maximize it and maximize that. Okay. Now if I look at here, I've got multiple ones open. And I'm just going to go to Paint. Now again, if I can get your attention to the front for a moment. I'm in this Word program. If I look in the very bottom, I can see that's a little bit brighter. Here I can hover over to the next program, and then I can go up and collect right on it. Okay? What you'll use a lot is sometimes clicking, I better go where I can use it. You'll use selecting, I left click and drag, and I'll right click and copy. Okay? So that's just kind of the basics of Windows 7 that's good to know. Anything new there? Okay. Last thing I want to show you is this. Is this bar where it says the name of the program, Untitled Paint in this case. If you want to move this thing, click it there, and you can click and drag. Okay? The other thing, did we show this part? Where you can click and drag over to the right and then it sizes it? Jake? Okay. Probably so as we look at this, being able to size windows down, you can go into corners and there. The last odd thing is if the lower right corner, you see it'll hide my screen. It shows me where these windows are, right? But if I go my mouse into the lower right corner, it hides everything. However, if all my windows are full sized, then I wouldn't see those and I'd be wondering what happened to my screen. Okay, enough said on that. So that's kind of orientation in Windows 7, basic controls.